keeping you connected to our community. 11 Connects.
And welcome on into 11 Connects. I'm your host, Tony Keith, and today I'm joined by the CEO of Tessa here in Colorado Springs. That's Ann Markley. And Ann, we're talking about a very serious topic, but a very important one. We're going to start with the basics. What is Tessa? I feel like most people know, but for those who don't, what kind of work do you guys do in the community?
Since 1977, we have been located in Colorado Springs serving victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, and human trafficking in both El Paso County and Teller County. We have a 32-bed safe house, we have a safe line, we have legal services, clinical services, youth and children's program, and most recently we have started offering services to victims of human trafficking.
That's covering such a wide umbrella of different things, and it's something, great work that you're doing in the community, but such important work. The big thing is just spreading the word about Tessa. The fact that you guys have a 24-hour 7-day-a-week safe line is huge. Tell the folks at home, maybe they're not interested or have a reason to reach out to you, but why should they be bringing this up with their neighbors, with their friends, with their family members?
Because you never know when somebody might be needing help. You never know if it is, like you said, your friend, your neighbor, your whoever that may be. So just keeping that top of mind, spreading the word, making sure that you're always aware of the safe line number, which is 719-633-3819, sharing that with people, keeping the conversation going. I think that's the major thing, because so often people want to shut down and, oh, it doesn't happen to anyone else and I don't want to talk about it. But if we're willing to talk about it more, then people will be more willing to reach out for help.
One thing to talk about is looking for those, they might not be red flags.
Right.
I want to say even like little flags,
right.
Looking for those signs. Talk about some of those signs where it gets to a point where somebody should consider reaching out to you.
I do think that people think that domestic violence or abuse, there's going to be some obvious sign. There's going to be bruising. You're going to see physical signs of it. It isn't always physical. It can be emotional abuse, which can be isolating or alienating from friends and family. It can be financial abuse, where someone is not allowing you any access to the money in the family. And it can be physical abuse. So I think that you just kind of go with your gut too. I think we're all a smart being that kind of does see when something's not right. And definitely, though, if you do see any of those signs, encourage to reach out. But people have to be ready to do so on their own as well.
We talked about the tip line. Something else I want to focus on is the safe house. When it gets to that point of, it could mean life or death for some folks. And whether it's for an individual or an individual and their kids. The safe house, what do you guys offer, and how simple is it for people to get in touch and get the resources they need?
If you pick up the phone and call the Safe Line, there are advocates on the other end of the line that can help do that intake process for coming into our safe house. We do take adults and children into the safe house, and that can be immediately in this situation. If we don't have space at the time, which we are often full, we work with our partners throughout the state to be able to make sure that we do get those people to safety.
And the advocates, I just want to say thank you to them, all those who work and support Tessa. Talk about those folks that keep Tessa up and running.
All of our advocates are trained to be confidential victims advocates, which means we are protected by state statute in Colorado of confidentiality. We are the only DV provider in the region that has that confidentiality. And that allows somebody to come to us, and we don't share your story unless you tell us to. We don't engage law enforcement. We don't engage other partners. So anything you tell our advocates is completely safe.
Got it. So you're covering helping so many folks. Before we go, you're talking about how you're helping people. One last thing, how can somebody watching right now who wants to help Tessa out, help that reach go even further, how can they do that?
Individuals can always sign up to be a volunteer advocate. They can go through our confidential victims advocate training, and also just being able to donate. Those dollars that come into Tessa from our community are crucial into our operation because they're unrestricted funds, and we can do whatever we need to at any given time with those dollars.
And I speak for the community when I say this. Thank you so much for the work you do.
Thank
and
you.
All the folks at Tessa. Again, can't share this number enough. The safe line number, 719-633-3819. We appreciate the time, Ann.
Thank you so much.